Hello guys, so I wanted to cook, that's why I'm in the kitchen, but I'm going to put the cooking on hold. On this video, I'm going to be telling you the reasons why you shouldn't move to Australia. The reasons why you shouldn't consider Australia as your next destination. People talk a lot about, the beauty of moving to Australia, but nobody really talks about why you shouldn't move to Australia. Before we get in that video, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Tario Rachel. So if you're just seeing me for the first time, please consider subscribing to this YouTube channel. And to my regular subscribers, thank you so much for choosing to walk this journey with me. I see the channel is growing. Please consider liking, sharing the videos, as well as leaving some comments for me in the comment section. Like I said earlier on, this video, I'm going to be talking about reasons why you should not move to Australia. Number one, if you're someone who loves working, like in my case, before moving to Australia, I was based in the UK. I would work 4 straight days, like 4 long shifts, 12-hour shifts, and maybe take a rest 3 days. But I ended up not resting those 3 days because I had to look for a second job. So I would do maybe 6 days, 6 long days, and maybe rest just 1 day. And I would wake up very early in the morning, finish very late in the evening, and that was like the order. So I was a workaholic. I would work so hard. So if you're somebody who likes working so hard, a workaholic, like you are work oriented, you really love to be at work, don't move to Australia. You are going to be bored. Why? Because most of their shifts, they're like 7-hour shifts or maybe 8-hour shifts, and mostly you can, you work, flexible hours, and you'll be bored being home. It's going to be boring because most of the time you're going to be home. Like, the work-life balance in Australia is just here. It's just here. So I'm just thinking that if somebody loves working too much, like they can't be home most of the time, I somehow think moving to Australia may not be the best thing for you to do. So this is one of the reasons. The work-life balance is just on top. You'll be bored at home. So don't move to Australia. On number 2, relating number 2 to number 1, where you're not working so many hours in a week. So you are not working many hours, like the work-life balance is just excellent. But then you look at your pay slip. You think that it's illegal holding that pay slip. You look at the money deposited in your bank account. You're like, is this my money? Why are they paying me for not working? Do you understand what I mean? Like, your pay slip will always give you these panic attacks because you think that, there was a fraud somewhere. Why did I get paid this much for not working this much? Like, the salary for working those normal hours, the salary for not working, the salary for being at work less time, being home more time, is just too much. You don't want to be this person who's always worried about their pay slip looking this beautiful for not working. We all know that you have to work to be rewarded so much. But in this case, it's like it's illegal. It's not allowed. So if you're somebody who wants to always be in the right state of mind, not panicking, not thinking something is off, no need to come to Australia because your pay slip will shock you. Why are you getting paid so much for not working? Like, it doesn't make sense. Number 3 reason, don't come to Australia because of the weather. Like, the weather, especially when it's summer, you are going to have a very huge bill paying for air conditioning because you will need air conditioner each and every day. The bill for your sunscreen also is going to increase because you do need your sunscreen because of the weather. You spend most of the time outdoors, like in the streets, in the park, like, because the weather really invites you to go outside and have fun. So this simply means that your bill for sunscreen is definitely going to increase. And when it gets really, really hot, it simply means you also have to be indoors. And when you're indoors, you need this cool air. You need this cooling in your house or wherever you are. So what that means is you're going to turn the heating on and the bill. So when I left the UK, I was like, oh, the energy bill because of the cold, I'm always putting the heating on. It's just too much. Then moving to Australia, the same bill, I'm paying the same bill because the air conditioning is running 24/7. So the weather, if you don't like good weather, you mustn't move to Australia because you're going to be out and about enjoying life, but at the same time, you're going to spend money buying ice cream, buying cold drinks, buying water, buying your sunscreen. It's just a lot of money to spend because of the weather. So if wherever you are, you don't buy more sunscreen, you don't use more air conditioning, I think you're better off there. So this is another reason why you shouldn't move to Australia, because of the good weather. Number 4, let's talk about the snakes in Australia. This is the most talked about issue, like so much snakes in Australia. So if you're somebody who doesn't like snakes, who is frightened about snakes, don't move to Australia. Why? Because you're going to be anxious all the time looking out for snakes, but you will never see any single snake. Like you can spend a year, 2 years, 5 years, even 10 years without seeing a snake in your neighborhood, in your town, in your location, at your workplace. If you want to see a snake, the only place you can find a snake is maybe at the zoo or at the reptile shop. But because you've been told that there are snakes in Australia, it means the majority of the time you are going to be anxious. Like you're just worried that, oh, if I leave my shoes outside, maybe a snake is gonna enter inside my shoe. Or maybe if I leave my garage door open, a snake is going to enter into my garage. Or if I go out in the backyard or in my garden, I'm going to find a snake. So you're going to be anxious all the time, looking or watching out for snakes, and you'll never find a snake. You can spend 10 years without seeing a snake in Australia, but you'll be anxious every day, every hour, every minute. So this is another reason why you shouldn't move to Australia. There are so many snakes, but you never see any snake, and you always be anxious all the time, which I think is not fair. So don't move to Australia. I don't know what number we are at now, but the other reason why you shouldn't move to Australia is if you are an introvert, like somebody who's not so much talkative, like not so much outgoing, you mustn't move to Australia. If you're somebody who's really quiet, who really wants, their space, like they don't want to be among a lot of people, they don't want to talk a lot with people, you mustn't move to Australia. Why? Because Australians are very friendly, including anybody who lives in Australia. I've found those people to be really friendly, like really welcoming, really accommodating. So if you don't like talking, if you are a quiet person, somehow you're forced not to be talking, to be chatting, meaning your energy levels may not match or may quickly drop. So this is another reason why you shouldn't move to Australia. Very friendly people, very welcoming, very accommodating. Like I don't know how to express it, but this simply means all the introverts, all the quiet people, all the people want their space. You may not be comfortable in Australia. I've lived in the UK where I didn't know my neighbor. I live in Australia, I know my neighbors. Like they came to greet me. I've been in the UK. I didn't really get like a Zim community that was that much supportive. Maybe I was just unlucky. But in Australia, I was surprised. As soon as I landed, the Zim community was there to welcome me. So generally, everyone in Australia is very welcoming, is very accommodating. And if you don't like people, if you don't like, be friendly to people, don't just come to Australia. The other reason why you shouldn't move to Australia is the houses there are so big. They are very, very big. Even if you want a 3-bed house, it's big. 4-bed house, big. So what it means is you're going to spend more time cleaning that house. The houses are so big such that some rooms are even empty, like so much empty space in their houses. So what does that mean? It means you're going to be cleaning such big houses, which is going to take your time, take your energy, the detergents that you're going to be using to clean, like it's just a lot of work. So if you like small houses, definitely Australia may not be the best place for you because the houses are just big. The yards, very big yards. Like you have to maintain that yard. So if you're somebody who doesn't like maintaining the yard, it may not be the best thing for you. Or you may come, but then you may need to save money to find someone to do the cleaning for you. And almost every house has a garage that can accommodate like one car, 2 cars. I was in the UK where we used to park, along the street. So if you're somebody who really like to have your car outside, enjoying the rains, enjoying the, you may not like it over here because that's the order of things in Australia. Very different. On the other points, I talked about the work-life balance. I talked about the pay slips that looks like it's fraud, like it's illegal. The other reason why you shouldn't move to Australia is you get paid bi-weekly. So you'll be getting your salary every 2 weeks. And you'll be paying your rent as well every 2 weeks. Like most bills are like every 2 weeks. So guys, who would want to be paid every 2 weeks? Huh? Who wants to pay rent every 2 weeks? Like it's so quick, it's so fast. Looks like you're getting money, like very frequently. At the same time, paying your bills very frequently. At least get paid after a month. When you're broke, not 29 days of the month, and then get rich 2 days of the month, and then get broke again, get paid at the end of the month. But in this case, because you're in Australia, they pay mostly every fortnight, every 2 weeks. So it simply means that you are going to be having money frequently. So if you don't want to be paid 2 weeks, you don't need to move to Australia. You just stay wherever you are, where you get paid maybe after a month. I know in some cases there are people who get paid once every week, but definitely they won't be paying their bills once every week. But in this case, fortnight payments, fortnight bills, that's the order of things in Australia. The other reason why you shouldn't move to Australia is if you go to work, like I talked about work before, right? You just want to focus and just do your work. But in this case, the coffee breaks, the smoking breaks, or even your lunch is longer than the meetings, is longer than the work itself. So this is not like for somebody who really loves work. I think this is not ideal. Like, why would you go to work to have such a long coffee break, such a long lunch, or a long smoking break? I've been in a space where if you go for break, it was like 20 minutes or 30 minutes break. That's when you eat your food. That's when you also eat. And if it's upstairs, that's when you go upstairs, come down. So in 30 minutes, you are going to go upstairs, warm your food, eat your food, come downstairs. But in Australia, this is my personal experience, it's so much relaxed. You can actually, warm your food, get in the office, eat your food while also like you're working. Like it's very flexible. So I'm saying if you're somebody who likes like serious business, you just want to be serious about what you're doing, I don't think it's wise to move to Australia. So don't move to Australia because of this. This is going to be the last reason why you shouldn't move to Australia. Kangaroos. Imagine you're driving in the highway and then a kangaroo just jumps in the road. It can cause accidents. It can damage your car. So to be honest, if you don't want to be involved in kangaroo accidents, if you don't want your car to be damaged by kangaroos, please don't move to Australia. So guys, I've come to the end of this video and I'm now feeling very, very hot, so that I'm going to to be taking this because this is one of the reasons why you shouldn't move to Australia. Like the weather, I can't say it's so hot, but yeah, you need to stay hydrated. Maybe that's the correct word to use. You just need to stay hydrated. So thank you so much for sticking around and watching this video on the reasons why you shouldn't move to Australia. So guys, I think I've done justice, just mentioning some of the reasons why you shouldn't move to Australia. So thank you for watching. Please consider liking, subscribing and sharing this video. For those who are still considering moving to Australia, I've done a series of videos on how to move to Australia using different pathways. So if you go on my channel, there is a playlist that is titled Moving to Australia series. You're more than welcome to watch those videos and see you in Australia. Bye.